All right, welcome to today's episode of Dashboard Conservative. My name is Dakota Hart, your host again today. And today we're going to be talking about political correctness and microaggressions within the millennial generation. Political correctness is not something that's new, something that's been around, come and gone. It comes every 20, 30 years. We saw it in the 60s, 70s. Obviously, I read about it. I wasn't there. But we see it again today. And it is one of the most racist ideas pushed on America there is, under the guise that it is in fact protecting people from racism. Political correctness is this idea that you can say things in a certain way that may offend or hurt people's feelings, and so you should not say them because someone's feelings may get hurt. And to that, all I can really say is just grow up. Really. If there is actual evidence somebody's speech actually incites racism or sexism, then sure, call it out. It's wrong. Nobody, myself included, wants anything to do with those two stigmas. Racism, sexism, bad for America, bad for humanity. But this notion that because I might address a crowd as ladies and gentlemen, or because I might say something with a certain tone may offend 1%, 0.1% of the people in a crowd that I'm speaking to, is absolutely just asinine. I can't come to terms with how people can fall victim to believing this crap. It really is racism under the guise of anti-racism. What you're looking at is the left, Democrats that want to treat minorities and people they feel are marginalized with kid gloves. Don't say anything that may offend them, even though what you're saying isn't offensive. Your tone or your subconscious actions may offend them. Well, look, you can take about anything anybody says and turn it into some sort of racism. The left has proven that over and over again. They're very good at it. But the fact of the matter is that when you treat a group of people, when you handle them like they need kid gloves, like you have to wrap them in bubble wrap to make sure they don't get hurt, you are in fact racist. You are sexist. When you protect women because something that might be said might be offensive to them, you are portraying that you don't think women can handle something that someone says. You're telling people of color, people of minority race groups in America, that they can't handle what somebody might say, even if it's not racist on its face, because the ghost in somebody's mind might be subconsciously racist. You're teaching people that racism is evident in every single person in America, and it's downright wrong. If I don't like somebody, it has nothing to do with the color of skin. There's black people I don't like, there's Hispanic people I don't like, there's white people I don't like. It has nothing to do with their skin color, everything to do with the content of their character and the actions that they take. If you don't say something anti-white, I don't think you're racist against white people. There are stereotypes, sure. Absolutely, there are stereotypes, and most of them exist because groups of color, groups of gender, tend to act certain ways or tend to have certain tendencies that are home to their race or their gender. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. And for somebody to tell you that the way you are is unacceptable and wrong and hateful simply because somebody out there might get their feelings hurt is the most childish way to approach life I can think of. So let's be adults. Let's all address issues on the individual level. If someone says something racist, call it out, address it. If somebody says something sexist, call it out and address it. But don't just sit here with your blanket statements that everybody is subconsciously racist and sexist and there's nothing you can do about it, because it leads you to believe that everyone in America is racist and sexist, and that's absolutely false. There are groups of people that are, and they're known for being racist or sexist, and we should call them out and we should absolutely decry everything that they do. But we're talking about 1% of America. We're not talking about the 99 out of 100 that treat people just as perfectly fine, regardless of the color of their skin, regardless if they're male or female. If you want to get your feelings hurt by something, I'm open to hearing about why your feelings are hurt, and if I think I did something actually wrong, I will be the first one to change it. But you're not going to tell me that because the tone of my voice just led you to believe that maybe I was a racist or maybe I was a sexist. I know you're dead wrong, because I know, first off, I'm neither of those things, but second off, you're not actually pointing to anything I've done or said that is actually racist or sexist. You're just under the belief that I'm a white male and therefore I must be racist and sexist, and it's just the way I am. You are not predetermined in your personality and your actions in this country. I come from the South. I know for a fact that there are people in the past generations of my family that had racist beliefs. Trust me. And I've worked my ass off and made sure I don't have them. You don't have to be predetermined to be someone just because of the color of your skin from birth. You can choose to be not a racist. You can choose to be not a sexist. You can choose to value people solely based on their character and not on something that they were born with and can't help. You can't change the color of your skin unless you're Michael Jackson. And you can't change your gender. Sorry, liberals, that one's going to sting a little bit. You are who you are. And all you can do is be the best version of you that you possibly can be. And all you can do is make sure within you that you help defeat racism and sexism, but you cannot fall prey to this belief that you are racist or sexist simply because of how you were born. It's not true. And America doesn't believe it. And America's not buying it. It's the reason Donald Trump is our president. We didn't elect Donald Trump because he's a good guy. Rest assured. I pick my church based on how good of a pastor somebody is, that he's a good guy. I don't pick the guy to lead the country because he's a good guy, but I picked him because I knew that he would be tough on trade, he would be tough on illegal immigration, and he would lower our taxes. It was strictly a policy decision. You don't have to choose somebody or choose who you are just based on why you were born, how you were born. You can't help those facts. So let's all grow up. Stop treating people with kid gloves. Let's start allowing people to make their own decisions and feel how they want to feel on their own, rather than this groupthink abomination that has dominated the left for 100 years. Let's start thinking individually. Let's start thinking for ourselves. And I guarantee you, you will start to realize that America is not the bad place that the left wants you to believe it is. It's not a racist place. It's not a sexist place. Women, guess what? You can get paid exactly the same as a man if you do the exact same job. And if a woman does a better job than a man, then she should be paid more. Go ask your boss for a raise. Hey, I'm doing better than the guy that's making more money than me. Pay me the same, pay me more, or I'm out of here. I guarantee you they'll pay you. And if they won't, then they're sexist and you should go somewhere else. It's America. It's a free country. You can do as you please. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and please like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you tomorrow.